Power Metallic hails from Finland, this time doing a review from Finland of a Finnish band, Front. And this came to me as two separate special packages. Tape first, CD, and this interesting package later. Let's just unbox it because I have saved this particular plastic wrap stuff for this particular video because no hurry to open it, so you will see it as I will see it. And I know that much, it is a flag. Something that I could probably use for my home gym, as you can see. Ta-da! It's a Front live recording flag, which looks nice, as it does the cover for this tape and the CD, Wargods of Doom called Legions. Now this one is a peculiar case because Front hasn't been a really active band for the past few years due to lineup changes and what have you. And to fill the gap, I guess, they were like, okay, let's put something out to keep the flame burning and all that stuff. And here it says Soundtrack for the Burning World Volume 3. Now, obviously this, because it's a live recording, comes without lyrics, so it's very basic, bare-boned tape release for those who like tapes, tape maniacs if you will. Now, the CD version looks, in my opinion, a little bit better. First of all, it's a nice looking digipack. I love digipacks over jewel cases. And of course, the art and images are bigger. And not to mention, this is threefold one, which means not only you see this piece of art, which was on a tape, but also some older stuff. As you can see, this was recorded as early as 2018. So 5 years ago in their home city of Lahti. And you have more art underneath the CD. So if you ask me which format is better, well, CD here, definitely. Now, I don't know if you remember my reviews on Front Band when Inferno, the game out with Anti-Christian Militia, because Iron Overkill came before Rauta even existed, but this is something that I featured previously. I mean, their debut album Iron Overkill is a good one, and maybe they even improved a little bit with Anti-Christian Militia, but nonetheless, roughly the style is the same, which is something that I can still this time agree with on Metal Archive's Blackened death thrash metal. So it's definitely like black trash, death thrash, and all of those combined. But what is interesting is that since 2020, when they did the EP, the band hasn't really been active, even though there is this split from 2023 as well as this live recording. Mind you, there's still an old photo of the lineup back then from the band, and now it seems it's not exactly that anymore. So things have been changing somewhat, and here on members list they only list one bastard, the main guy of the band, who is mostly known for sacrilegious impalement, which is something that I already featured on the channel by this time you get to see this review. But here we're not talking about their previous releases, but these Wargods of Doom called Legions live recording, which is a peculiar one. First of all, it is more than 5 years old, which is a little bit like, why? But there's a reason for that. First of all, this bar or club where this was recorded is a place called Torvi, which is a legendary place on Finnish rock and metal soil, because it's the kind of a place that everybody was going to see a show there or play a show there, and it's one of those old school places that has been there for quite some time. And this was recorded there with the previous lineup, and it's pretty interesting that it's now definitely released as a live one. Now it features a couple of cover ones which definitely tell a lot about the love for the band Misfits, but overall, well, the band is really the kind of a Blackened death thrash kind of a thing. Now this was recorded, I was told, with like one microphone among the crowd, which means that you get to hear the crowd voice quite well, which in my opinion is an essential part when it comes to a live recording. This also means that the quality of the production is not that good. I mean, it's a kind of a live feeling, which you can already like picture yourself there with a beer or two among friends who were smelling shit and sweat and all that stuff while the band is playing on stage with minor flaws and all that stuff. So it's a legit live recording without too much cleaning the sound and, you know, editing everything there. So in that respect, it's a very, very nice live recording. However, the downside is when you're not doing it with that kind of a hi-fi equipment, recording or otherwise, it's gonna sound like that. So in the sense, comparing this one to the real recordings by the band, the studio recordings, it really sounds like a, how to say, demo-ish take on that. Now, the value of this release depends totally on how much you like live recordings. If you're a big fan and you like already the band, this is a must-have release. However, if you're like me, that you don't really care audio live only recordings, then this is something that you can totally skip. Because, I mean, while the releases, the studio ones, are good, well, this doesn't do the same kind of justice to the band, be it live or, you know, what kind of sound, production, what have you. So it depends. It depends on various factors. As a live DVD, this would have been probably more enjoyable, but because then you get to see the visual side of things as well. Now it's just audio and you have to imagine things yourself. Like I said, it depends totally how you perceive live recordings in the first place. Like I have some friends who adore live recordings and maybe they don't care if the live sound is a little bit dirty or messy or whatever. But for us, who are more like studio albums at home, live on stage when you're at a festival or whatever, that kind of defines it. But if you get to choose, of course you go with the given format. I would say go with the CD for better packaging, but if you are a tape worshipper, of course tape is your choice of stuff. And I don't know in which ways this FLAC is available. You probably have to ask the band for it, whether it's part of the bundle here or whatever. But in case you want one, go and ask the band, support bands directly if possible. And if not, these two are available on 2 different labels. So there you have it. Links are provided in the description box, so check it out in case I got you interested with this front live one. Rauta, over and out.